Hey friends, welcome back to another 25 to 30 minute mellow, feel good, embodied, stretchy flow. As always, modify, grab whatever props you need, something to make you comfortable. I recommend lighting a candle, putting on music you like, comfy clothes, and coming in with the attitude that this practice is for you. It's not to look a certain way. It is purely to return home to body and breath and presence here. And the body is a really beautiful, wise guide in that. So follow its lead. Before we get going, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with others. And then I have my Venmo link listed below. If you would be so kind as to donate, that is amazing and truly appreciated. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so that would be lovely, but also I want you here either way. Today's class is inspired by my husband again. We did our Sunday night routine and this is what felt good in his body. So we're gonna try it on, see how it goes. Let's get started in a Shavasana. That's great news from the start. If you want to make this extra comfy, I like to put a bolster or a blanket or pillow underneath my knees just to take out a little bit of tension in the back line of the body. And then place your hands, palms facing down onto your body. Drop your shoulders and let your bones sink into the mat as you close your eyes. And right away, just tuning into the breath, not controlling it in any way, but just noticing how it feels today. Our breath can be such a guidepost as to how we're doing. Is it full and thorough and calm and slow? Are we at peace, or is it shallow or constricted or full of sighs? And it's okay either way, but just notice where you are. As we arrive into our practice today, let it happen in layers. That's what my teacher Nicole says. So we close our eyes, we tune into our breath. Now pay attention to any sensations in the body or any chatter in the mind or any heart feelings. Take one more breath here to land. And a soft exhale out. Gently remove your bolster if you used one. Pull your right knee into your chest. Extend long through your left heel. And then take a spinal twist, drawing your right knee over towards the left. Both shoulder blades stay grounded. Right arm extends long into a T or a cactus shape. I'm going to take a cactus today. If you're uncomfortable with your right knee hovering off the mat, feel free to place the bolster underneath. And then roll through center, switch it out. Extend your right leg long. Hug your left knee into your body. And then twist over to the right. Left arm can come out to a cactus or a T. And keep the integrity in the central column, the length of your spine. So if you feel anything funky, just back out of the stretch. And let your breath fill up and solidify the spine. Roll back through center. Hug both knees into chest and find a happy baby. So knees come to outsides of the rib cage. Soles of the feet press up towards the sky. You can hold onto your shins or ankles or outsides of the feet. And take a rock side to side, massaging out your low back. And eventually settle and invite your sacrum, your low back down towards the mat as you draw your knees back. And we'll stay here for several breaths. And I'd like to bring in something to think about today during your practice if you'd like to connect to it. I was listening to a meditation this morning by Nicole Wilde, and she said, connection is the result of authenticity. Connection, true connection, wholehearted and honest and pure connection is the result of you being you in your fullest and freest and most honest way. And the world needs you as your freest and fullest and most honest self. Because authenticity can be felt by others. I read something in my book as well, which was related. Mark Nepo. He says, understanding where and how we are inwardly divided often leads to the center of our tensions. And inner divisions, unattended, widen into schisms that are difficult to cross. In significant ways, realizing and accepting where and how we are lost or inwardly divided can lead us right to the place where we must heal. Facing our inner divisions is the first step to knowing where we need to rejoin ourselves. You cannot set bone until you know where it is broken, and you cannot set upon the journey of individuation, of becoming a whole person, until you know where and how you are divided. Facing our inner divisions is the first step to knowing where we need to rejoin ourselves. So if you want to think about rejoining yourself into wholeness and authenticity, then you can think about that during this class and then carry it out with you as you go. Release your happy baby. Plant the soles of your feet down. Kneecaps are pointing up to the sky, and find a bridge pose. Engage your glutes and hamstrings. Ground down through your feet and lift your hips up to the sky. Option to interlace your fingers underneath your body and roll your shoulders under as well. Just 3 breaths here. And gently roll down. Come to a seat in whatever way works for you. Roll over your ankles and find a child's pose. Widen your knees, bring your big toes in the center to touch, and then walk your hands forward as your heart melts down. We're going to start to find a little bit more exploration and movement, but if you need just one more breath here to solidify any intention you have, or just to presence yourself deeper, take an in breath. Exhale, let it go. Roll up to a tabletop. And we're going to find some pelvic play. Again, my husband's obsessed with pelvic dissociation right now. So in your tabletop, stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and close your eyes and wiggle out through your pelvis. So you can rock side to side, or you can kind of tuck and untuck your pelvis. And don't think about it really taking over your whole body at this point. Just play with the lower half of your body. Maybe you swivel around into figure eights. Notice if you can move diagonally up to the left and down to the right, up to the right and down to the left. Just pay attention. Notice if there's any direction or movement that feels sticky. Maybe linger there. We will revisit cat-cow later. For now, let's walk our hands forward. Soften your thighs and your pelvis and your belly down to the mat. Separate your feet as wide as you need. We're gonna find a cobra pose. Palms come to the sides of the ribs. Inhale, lift up through your heart. Use your back body a lot so your hands don't even need to be there. Exhale, lower down, forehead rests. Inhale, lift up, engage your glutes. Engage your thighs, lift your kneecaps from the mat, and spread your heart forward. Exhale, lower. This time, push up to a high cobra. So use your hands. Straighten your elbows as much as you're comfortable with. And again, we're gonna move around with our pelvis. So rocking one side to the other, maybe tucking and untucking. As you tuck, you'll feel an engagement through the front of the core. And as you untuck, just keep your low back soft and spacious. Couple more breaths here. Maybe energetically pull your fingertips back and play around in that position. Take one more breath and then press down through your palms. Come back to a tabletop pose. From here, take whatever wiggles you want. If you want cat-cow or sliding your ribs side to side or barrel rolls, we will spend about 10 breaths here. Let it feel good and exploratory and fluid and authentic and connected. Finish up your last breath. And then tuck your toes. Press through your palms, glide your hips back, downward facing dog. Walk out your dog, bend one knee and then the other. Or find stillness if that's what is calling to you. But keep whatever bend in your knee you need to lengthen through the back body. And scoop your sit bones up towards the sky. Today is the class of wiggling. All these classes are wiggling based, but especially this one. And we're gonna find a really simple vinyasa, which means breath with movement between these really simple poses. So inhale, roll forward, round your spine into a high plank. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat, sit your hips back towards your heels. Active child's pose. Inhale, roll forward to cat in your tabletop. Exhale, lower your thighs and your pelvis and your belly all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift up cobra. Maybe your chin untucks from your chest. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Round back, tuck toes, active child's pose. Inhale, ripple forward to cat. And exhale, glide your hips back, downward facing dog. That's our vinyasa. We'll do a couple more rounds. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower your knees, sit your hips to your heels. Breathe in, round forward to tabletop. And exhale, lower your pelvis and your belly to the mat. Inhale, lift up cobra pose. Straighten your elbows as much as you're comfortable with. And undulate through your spine all the way back to an active child's pose. Inhale, cat pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, glide your hips back, downward facing. Breathe in, high plank. Breathe out, lower your knees, active child's pose. Inhale to cat, round forward. Exhale, lower your body, your whole body down to the mat. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, ripple through the spine, active child's. Breathe into cat. And breathe out, downward facing. One more round with your own breath at your own pace. Adding or subtracting, whatever you need. Eventually, we will all meet in a downward facing dog. Take your time getting there, or if you want to play more with that rhythm, you can pause the video and come back later. And from here, walk your toes out and your heels in. Walk your hands back to the back of the mat. Sit your hips low, Malasana Yogi squats. Walk your hands forward, find a rounding, and then dropping in. Inhale, take a baby pull back of your fingertips and a baby pull forward of your heart. Exhale, push round forward. 3 more with your breath. Good. On your last one, exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Toes face forward. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to a block or to your shins. And thread your heart forward, scoop your sit bones back. Find some length through your spine. And exhale, we'll stay here. Use your core to solidify this posture. Engage the muscles around your leg bones and around your pelvis to stay steady. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand, arms sweep high. Exhale, cactus your elbows, press your hips forward, lift up through your heart. Find a little back bend. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Iron out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. We're finding half sun salutation. A's at the back of the mat. Inhale to stand, arms sweep high. Exhale, cactus your elbows, engage your glutes, press your hips forward. Inhale to straighten and stand. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, open your mouth, release. Inhale, stand, arms high. Exhale, cactus. Back bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Release. One more round with your own breath at your own pace. Exhale, fold, and stay here for just a couple cycles of breath. Shake out your head, yes and no. Roll your jaw out. Open and close your mouth. And then walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Close your eyes, 3 breaths to land. Notice how your body and just your energy feels now compared to how you started. Hopefully you find some more presence and clarity and fluidity and calmness. Lower your knees to the mat. Cross at your ankles, come to a seat. We'll find Baddha Konasana, soles where the feet are touching, knees are splaying out wide. Close your eyes and just land here. A simple pose. If you need any more movements or wiggles, take them. Otherwise, turn your gaze inward and meet yourself here in silence. Spending time rejoining what was disconnected or inauthentic. Let's take one breath together. Empty the air from your lungs. Inhale to fill up all the way. Exhale, open your mouth side out. You can stay here longer, but if you're ready to transition out, slowly, gently open your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center or third eye and take a bow. Just with gratitude to the practice and to the other people practicing and to everyone around you. That was our class for the day. I'm trying to convince my husband to record a yoga class. He's not a yoga teacher, but he has a regular practice and he's a physical therapist and he's a guy who is learning to come into tune with his body, which I think is great and interesting. It's good to have that perspective of someone who is maybe newer or not as open. I'm definitely somewhere in the middle. I'm not super open by any means, but I like his perspective. I like what feels good in his body. If you want to see a class from him, let me know. Comment below. I think that would be fun. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.